We're the Syracuse Titans, and you're watching Game Night. Let's go!
A KSL Sports Beat presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Presented by SportsMedUtah.com.
And hi there, everybody. Welcome to Game Night Live. Glad to have you aboard. Jeremiah High School football playoffs. This is why you put all that sweat and hard work into those two-a-days in August.
I get nervous just thinking about it. This is when that dream of playing on the turf at Rice-Eccles Stadium is realized, or those dreams are dashed. Unfortunately, that happened for some. We start with two teams that have been there before. A rematch of last year's 4A state championship game is our game of the week. It's East and Timpview meeting this year in the quarterfinals. East running back Jalen Warren is having a remarkable senior year and another big game on the ground. This is an 80-yard run, tie the game at 7. East turned the ball over those 6 times in the first half, and Timpview was able to take advantage. Peyton Madsen, the interception and the pick 6. The T-Birds take a 14-7 lead. That lead grew to 21-7 on the 17-yard run by Alemateo, and Timpview is thinking upset. But here comes that East run game. On this 47-yard touchdown run, Warren broke a 37-year-old state record for rushing yards in a season. He now has 2,675 yards on the ground. Warren isn't the only talented back for the Leopards. Charlie Vincent had himself a day. He had a 66-yard run that closed the gap to 21-20 before the half, and a 56-yard run that gave East the lead. 20 straight points for the Leopards. Timpview fights back. Jordan Maritaragi to Kyle Van Leeuwen, a 50-yard touchdown that gives Timpview a 1-point lead. But again, the East rushing attack just too much for Timpview. 621 yards rushing. They average 11 yards per carry. Vincent with his 3rd touchdown of the game. He had 179 yards rushing. And how about Jalen Warren with his 10th 100-yard rushing game of the season? He had 249 yards and 4 touchdowns. East takes down Timpview. They're going back to Rice-Eccles Stadium for the 5th time in the last 6 years.
So East will get the winner of Box Elder and Maple Mountain. Surprising Maple Mountain. Golden Eagles led 7-0 after 1 quarter when Tyson Dennison finds Taggart Durant in the corner of the end zone. Box Elder trying to keep the Cinderella run going. Quarterback Dylan Rodriguez, he'll take it in. 2-point conversion giving the Bees an 8-7 lead. Then Maple Mountain's defense would shut them out the rest of the game while the gamble on special teams would pay off. The fake field goal, that would set up a touchdown. Jared Blanthorne rushed for 163 yards, 2 scores. For the first time in school history, Maple Mountain going to the semifinals to face East on Friday.
All right, another wild one, Alta and Highland. Rod, we know this. You should never kick to Josh Davis. And he makes Highland pay on this one. He already broke the state record for all-purpose yards in the season. He adds a 99-yard kickoff return to his stat sheet. Alta up 14-7. They add to that lead in a wild second quarter. Will Dane at quarterback throws a perfect ball to Landon Maxfield in stride. 55 yards for the score, 24-7 Alta. Highland keeps coming. This is Trayton Keys. Great blocking by the Highland offensive line. He goes untouched, 67 yards to cut into that lead. Alta receiver Zach Engstrom had a monster game. A one-handed grab worth seeing one more time. He's just getting started. That set up a 19-yard touchdown pass. Dana to Engstrom just across the pylon. Dana was 21 of 29 for 370 yards, 4 scores. They connect again on the 9-yard score. Great catch by Engstrom. It's 38-20 Alta at the end of the half, but they opened up the second half with another Josh Davis touchdown. He also had 144 yards rushing. Highland would rally to within 3 late, but another miracle like they had against Corner Canyon last year in the quarterfinals didn't happen. They ran out of time. Alta advances to the 4A semifinals with a 58-48 win, and they get the winner of this next game.
That would be Woods Cross and Springville. First quarter, Springville getting it started. Jansen Thorpe going up top to Brennan Reimer. Red Devils strike first. They would continue. Jackson Murphy picks off Ashton Cornelius, and he is gone. 20-yard pick 6, 21-point first quarter for the Red Devils. Peyton Kelapolo has had 6 multi-touchdown games in a row. Why not make it 7? Take it in from 4 yards out in the second quarter. 2 touchdowns for Kelapolo. Final minute of the half. Woods Cross trying to get something going. Cornelius heaves it up, and it's tipped. Cole Bowers comes down with a pick, and he is going to take it all the way back to the 6-yard line. Then Thorpe and Reiner connect to close things out. A 2-yard hookup. Reimer had 3 touchdowns. Springville wins it 43-7. They get out to Rice-Eccles on Friday. All right, now to the 5A quarters. Undefeated Bingham, of course, they're the clear favorite to run the table, but there are a couple other teams, Jeremiah, that have some firepower to possibly give the Miners a run.
Yeah, two of those teams with high-powered offenses would clash in the quarterfinals. Lone Peak's only loss this season is to Bingham. Jordan put 40 on Bingham's defense in region play. Only one could advance, so Knights trying to get back to the semifinals in back-to-back years. And as our good friend Craig Bolerjack says, buckle up. This one was crazy. First offensive play of the game, Crew Wakely to Isaiah Jackson. 80-yard touchdown. It's 7-0 Bee Diggers. But on the kickoff, and why do we show kickoffs? You know the result is going to end in a touchdown. And this is Kobe Freeman. He's going to get to the outside. He's got a lane and a nice block. And he's going to go 81 yards for the score, less than 30 seconds into the game. Jordan gets the ball in the next offensive play for the Bee Diggers. Wakely to Jackson again, another 80-yard touchdown. They've already got 160 yards of offense in 2 plays. It's 14-7 Bee Diggers. Jordan would go up 21-7, but then Lone Peak's offense goes crazy. Dakota Hanson, 15-yard touchdown, cuts the lead to 7. Then Hanson back to pass. Looking for Bo Peterson in the corner of the end zone. He's got him. The game's tied at 21. The Knights would rattle off 38 straight points, capped off with Hanson's 23-yard run. And it's 45-21 in the third. That escalated quickly. Back comes Jordan. This time on the ground, Alec Evans. He's going to get to the pylon, and it's a one-score game in the third. But Lone Peak has Jackson McChesney, the BYU commit. He knows what to do with the ball. He's good at scoring touchdowns. He's had a lot of these over the years. 63-yard score. Lone Peak back in the semifinals.
Knights will get the winner of American Fork and Syracuse. Titans strike first. Ty Metcalf to NJ Mo'o. And it's 7-0 Q's. Caveman, they come back with an answer. Christian Snowden finding a little bit of space, and now he turns it on. 53-yard touchdown. Then Bronson Barron. Don't know if that was intended for Chase Roberts, but he's the guy that got it. It worked for 6. Then in the second quarter, Barron and Roberts, they've done this all season. Going deep, 52-yard hookup. It's 21-10 at the half. Third quarter, yeah, Barron, again, likes to throw the long ball. Dean Farrell has it. Wow. That would set up this one. Snowden. Christian Snowden, 5-yard run. Cavemen, they pull 2 upsets to get to the semis. They will face Lone Peak on Thursday.
I would not want to face them in the semifinals. They're red hot right now. 9-1 Fremont hosting 5-6 Taylorsville. Last week, the Warriors picked up their first playoff win in 16 years. Fremont's Austin Freeman with the start of a big day, putting on the moves. 36-yard touchdown. Fremont up 14-7 after the first quarter. Let's go to the second quarter. Fremont goes back to Freeman, and why not? Remember this play. Freeman. Again, 53 yards. It's 28-7. Final 2.5 minutes of the first half. Dane Letuala to Chase Hess. Warriors cut the Silver Wolves lead to 28-14 at the half. But in the third, after Taylorsville cut the lead to 7, on the kickoff, Hayes Hadley, one of the best playmakers in high school football in Utah, has a lot of space, and he's got blockers, and he's going to turn on the burners, and he's got a 77-yard touchdown. Fremont back up by 14. And remember the play Austin Freeman scored on in the second quarter? Same play, same result, just a little longer. Freeman, 135 yards, 3 touchdowns. Fremont back in the semis for the first time in 4 years.
Fremont will play the winner of nationally ranked Bingham, taking on Lehigh. Lehigh junior quarterback Cameron Cooper, great season, but the Bingham defense came up with some big plays. Jalen Vickers, he'll take it back for the pick 6, and it's just like that, 7-0 Bingham. Miners then go to the ground game. Daniel Loa finishing off the 4-yard touchdown run, 14-0 after the first, but Lehigh defense will step up when they needed to. Quashawn Russ picks it off. That leads to Cameron Cooper, Dallin Holker. It's a 7-point game at halftime. Could we have an upset, Jeremiah? Well, Bingham goes back to their bread and butter, the running game. Amoni Kaili 2-yard touchdown, 2 touchdowns in the third quarter. Bingham are back in the semis, 37-14, your final over Lehigh. All right, the 1A, 2A, and 3A title matchups are set. And we had an upset alert in 3AA quarters. The top team in a dogfight at home. We'll show you the ending when we come back. Well, the Dixie Flyers, once again, the favorite to win the 3AA state title. They're seeking their 3rd championship in 5 years in redemption after falling to Logan in last year's title game.
Yeah, but this week they found themselves in trouble at home against Bear River in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, we have an upset alert going on in St. George. Bears off to a great start in this one. Kagan Canfield on the QB keeper. Touchdown, 7-0 Bear River. Dixie would answer right back. Hobbs Nyberg. He's Mr. Everything. Takes the punt on the bounce, and then Nyberg takes it to the house. 83 yards, not even touched. After a Dixie field goal, Bear River would get the lead back. Canfield, nice ball to Riley Summers, 40-yard hookup, 14-10 Bear River. They were in control until this changed the momentum. 30 seconds left in the half. Instead of kneeling it in their own territory, Dixie gets a safety, and with the ball back, they had enough time to add some more points. Nyberg playing quarterback, hit Josh Topham, 19-14 Dixie at the half. 19-17 in third, Bear River goes back on top. That's Gage Kaneko, he'll score. Also a 2-point conversion, Bears up 25-19. 9 minutes left. Nyberg to Max Brown. The extra point turned out to be the game winner. Dixie overcomes 5 turnovers to turn Bear River's upset bid away.
Flyers get the winner of Pineview and Twilla. Another wild one in 3AA. Twilla trailed 24-17 at the half. Lincoln Powers, one of the best names in Utah high school football, powers his way for a 63-yard touchdown. But they missed the extra point and trail by 1. Pineview responds with some trickeration. A hook and ladder executed to perfection. D'Angelo Mapungi down the sideline for an 81-yard touchdown. Let's go to the final minute. Twilla down 8 in the red zone. Austin Miono scrambling. Throws it up for grabs. Gino Binns has it. He knows where the camera is, too. The Buffs need a 2-point conversion to send the game to overtime. Same play, but different result. Pineview, this time with the stop. So 18 seconds left in regulation. Twilla with the onside kick. And they get it! They got a chance. Time for 2 plays after a short gain. This is their final chance, but once again, the Pineview defense comes up big. A sack ends the game. What a thriller. Pineview moves on to face Dixie in the semifinals Friday at 5 p.m. at Southern Utah University.
Desert Hills hosting Ridgeline in the other 3A, 3AA quarter. Nephi Sewell, great story. Broken neck last season, almost ended his career. Now he's making big plays in the state tourney. 34-yard run to set up the first score. The defense would set up the Thunder's next score. Bundy Sewell with the deflection. Ko'afuola with the pick. Next play, Quinn Kaiser connecting with Logan Hokinson. 10-yard touchdown, and it's 14-0 lead. Ridgeline trying to keep up. Peyton Thomas to Sam Wada at the goal line, but from there, Desert Hills would take control. Nephi Sewell finishing with 163 yards rushing. Thunder had 332 yards on the ground. Marco Jordan adds another one. They win big, and they advance to the semis, Desert Hills does, in Rice Eccles.
They get the winner, Stansbury and Park City. This game was scoreless after 1 quarter. Stansbury led 14-0 in the second when Park City quarterback Spencer Zur is intercepted by Casey Roberts. His long return sets up another Stansbury touchdown just before the half. Mitchell McIntyre to Connor McKay. It's 20-0 at the half. They wanted to win 54-0. McKay Diedrichson with the 4 touchdown runs. They get Desert Hills at Rice Eccles Stadium on Thursday night.
All right, the Morgan Trojans entered the 3A playoffs, ranked number 1, hoping to get another shot at Juan Diego after falling short to the Soaring Eagles last year in the title game.
Yeah, I wonder if they had a little bit of a looking past Delta in the 3A semifinals. Delta up 7-0 early when Morgan Evans. Tucker Skinner's got it.
It's Trevor Rose.
Trevor Rose on the screen. And then Rose gets to work with a bunch of blockers, finds a little gap. He's going to turn it on. It'll go in as a 50-yard touchdown, but he covered about 85 yards. Third quarter, Austin Francis scored right there on a 9-yard score. Now Delta's rallying. Dallin Draper, 5 yards, a tie to 14. 2.5 minutes left. The play of the game, Brandon Cahoon picks it off. And Cahoon takes it back inside the 15-yard line. So 28 seconds left. Jack Dutson powers his way in. That's your game winner. Delta knocks off number 1 Morgan. They're going to the championship.
The other 3A semi, Juab, Juan Diego. Juab off to a great start. Riker Osborne to Colton Wright. And he will finish it off for the 66-yard touchdown, jumping out to a 14-0 lead. After Juan Diego ties it up, Juab trying to take the lead. Peyton Bowering, he'll score in from 9 yards out, 21-14 Juab. But then Juan Diego would roll off 38. Running back Ryan Baker, 16 yards, tied at 21. Had help from some friends, Alfonso Presidio. His second touchdown of the game, 53 yards. He had 112 yards on the ground. More from Baker, 52 yards on this one. He had 154 yards and 4 touchdowns. Soaring Eagle, 555 yards rushing as a team. They crushed Juab 61-36, earning a chance to defend their title Saturday against Delta at Southern Utah University.
Let's go to 2A. South Summit and San Juan meeting again in the semifinals. Seems to happen almost every year. First half, San Juan's Jordan Blake at quarterback. Perfect ball to Nathan Nielsen, 66 yards. Broncos up 14-7. South Summit, though, answers right back. Nick Beasley to Parker Grayjack. Look at this one-handed snag. Uses his helmet to complete the pass. What a play. That would tie the game up at 14. Let's go to the second quarter. And the quarterback getting defensive. He's actually a pretty darn good safety, too. Jordan Blake picks off Beasley, and he's got a clear path the other way. Jordan Blake, 87-yard pick six to give the Broncos a 21-14 lead. But after that, it was all South Summit. Beasley comes right back. Keegan Stratcher. And Stratcher hauls it in between a couple of Broncos. We're tied at 21 at the half. Second half, Riley Bayless punches in from 2 yards out to give the Wildcats a 7-point lead. 17 unanswered in the second half for the Wildcats. And they are back in the 2A title game for the 4th straight year.
And they will get the winner of Beaver and Summit Academy. Beaver quickly on the board. Hardy in for the touchdown. And then how about this? The touchdown pass right there. Isaac Hamilton to Gavin Davey. A couple minutes later, Hamilton, this time to Baylor Harding. 32-yard hookup. Summit Academy with a 14-6 lead at the half. But the second half belonged to Beaver. Colton Leos starting it off with a 3-yard touchdown. And that would begin the comeback. After a Dylan Smith touchdown, Beaver going for 2 in the tie. The ball's tipped. Porter Hollingshead right there in the back of the end zone to haul it in. Beaver scored 29 unanswered in the second half. Hardy takes this one on the keeper, 42-yarder. Beaver back to defend its 2A title with a 35-14 win, a rematch of last year's championship game where Beaver shut out South Summit 33-0.
1A semifinals, Kanab and Rich. A defensive first half for both teams. Rich's Porter Weston gets the sack. Kanab led 7-0 in the second half, though. They go to the air to break the game open. Tavin Ott connects with Monty Glover, a 42-yard catch and run. And in the fourth quarter, Ott and Glover connect again to put the game out of reach. The Cowboys get their shot at redemption after losing last year in the championship game at Southern Utah.
They will face Duchesne in the 1A title game. The Eagles and Milford. Weston Paulson. Boy, the Duchesne offense rolling. 47-yard run, touchdown. He had another one in the first quarter to give the Eagles a 13-0 lead. Second quarter, they go to the air. Jarrett Spencer to Chad Lewis, a 21-yard touchdown, a 19-0 lead. Then Steven Skews, an 85-yard touchdown. And we have our championship match set. Duchesne is in the title game. We'll be right back with the highlight reel after this.
Different type of intensity this time of year, and it shows in this quarterfinal playoff edition of the highlight reel.
always a few extra special plays come playoff time, huh?
Goosebumps. You can see they're giving it their all. It means so much to them.
Yeah, well,
and you see it both sides, the winning and the losing side, the emotions involved. It's tough.
And anyone who's played high school football knows what this time is about, so it's a special feeling. All right, we've seen the great plays. Now we're going to check out the great performers. We will unveil our playoff primetime performers when we come back.
Primetime Performers, brought to you by Mr. Mac, dressing you for prime time.
All right, we start with East. Jalen Warren, 32 carries, 249 yards, 4 touchdowns to lead East over Timpview. That's 8 straight games Warren has had over 200 yards rushing, 10 for this season.
That's amazing. Well, we talk about Josh Davis of Alta all the time. How about their quarterback, Will Dana? 21 of 29, 317 yards and 4 touchdowns. Dana sets a school record with 42 touchdown tosses this season. They've had some pretty good quarterbacks at Alta. That's pretty impressive.
How about the Kanab defense? What a job they did on Rich, holding the Rebels to only 99 yards total offense, only 40 yards in the second half, and the shutout as Cowboys head to the 1A title game next week against Duchesne.
And Duchesne held Milford to minus 58 yards rushing.
It's going to be a 6-3 ball game
anybody
next
score?
Week.
Probably not.
All right, it should be fun next week. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.